All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show. I'm your man, KTJ. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Love Coach Sessions Live, the only place on the internet where we get it in. We go deep. We're not in here man bashing. We're not in here woman bashing. We're in here telling the truth about dating and relationships in 2023, 2024, whenever you see this, you're getting the good stuff. So welcome to the show. We got our TikTok audience here checking in. They already dropping their questions. And I got my girl Ahn Vu here. What's happening? Vu Views is in the building. Say hello to the folks.
Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me, Kelvin. Can't wait to get into this conversation. I got my wine ready.
Yes. Some conversations require wine. I understand. So look, before as we get this show on the road, I'm gonna go ahead and our TikTok folk already started asking questions. They're already dropping their questions. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of their questions before we jump into our topic for the night. Goddess, she says he keeps coming out of the woodwork, but he never seems to approach with respect. I like him. Ahn, what do you think about this situation right here? It sounds like a guy that's coming and going, and he's not showing any consistency. What's your thought?
That's a big red flag, but I guess that depends on what she wants. Does she want just sex? Does she want relationship? Depends on what she wants.
She says, so this is the same lady who says, I've been celibate for 7 years and I can't deal. And she says, so there, but she's got a guy who's been coming and going around her life, and but he never seems to approach with respect. So here's my thought. If a guy's not approaching you with respect, there is a good reason for it. You know what the reason is? He doesn't respect you. And he's not serious. He's not taking you seriously. He's not putting that out there. So why should you be taking him seriously if he's not taking you seriously? So I wouldn't waste any more time. Hey, Mental Attraction. I wouldn't waste any more time on this guy at all.
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah. So
what is it that she likes about him? That's, I guess.
Yeah. What do you want in this guy? And I'm gonna keep the show pushing. We'll check in with you. As we go, you guys. We keep the show going and check in with you guys. But look, I got this video, you guys. Today our topic is: should you give up on dating? Get answers. We got some answers for you. We already got a couple of people who said they were on the edge. They're on the edge now of giving up on dating. And so this show might be right on time for somebody to, jump in and save the day on them. So you guys check out this video that I got. I'm going to play it all the way through. And I want you to give me your opinion on this. I'm going to drop my opinion on this. And here we go.
You don't date because of what? Because my pastor says wife. That's been my pastor for so many years. Ooh. I don't even know the job description of a girlfriend. What they do again? What's their job duties? I don't even know what their job duties are because of the fact that I've been doing wife for so many years. A guy would think he hit the jackpot, and because I'm a natural giver, yes, I got to be so careful because I'm easy to be used.
So you stay, well, this is powerful. So you stay single because you love too hard.
I stay single because it's safe for me.
Do you think you'll ever remarry?
Heck yeah, marriage is honorable. That's a beautiful institution. That is one of the best institutions. There's nothing, I adore marriage. I'm in love with love.
Me too. What is we're going to close this video, but what is the one thing you regret doing that you could have done when you were a wife? 10 seconds.
I wish I would have went more into his world. I thought the I do's was gonna undo. I knew everything I married, the man that I married, the man that I buried. But I thought the I do was gonna undo all his inconsistencies.
Wow.
Wow. That's powerful.
Well, okay. So that was a clip. I kind of ran across that one, and in the comment section of this video, the ladies, there was mostly ladies who responded, and they were like, "Girl, yes, talk about it." they were like giving her the amen corner on this video. So on what stood out to you in this video? Then I'm gonna jump in.
Well, what I was thinking as the video was playing, when she was saying she loves too hard and that she feels safe being single, I thought to myself, maybe you're just loving the wrong people. And loving, sometimes someone can love too much and it can be suffocating. So that's something that she has to look at within herself. Is she suffocating people? Is she being too much? You know what I mean? But why? I just find that oftentimes we don't look at ourselves and where we can improve. I was once someone who loved too hard, and I used to drive the people in my relationships crazy. And I look back now and I realize, I was doing too much. And sometimes you got to let them meet you halfway. Sometimes you can give too much, and that can drive people away. That's happened with me, where the shoe was on the other foot, where someone was loving me too much.
Yeah. Yeah. And that definitely can happen. When I watched this video, what you just said stood out to me as well. When I hear somebody say, I love too hard, or I stay single because it's safe, what I hear is I'm afraid of opening up to people, and I still haven't done the work that I need to do on me. Listen, you can't blame anybody else for you being in whatever condition you are in the dating situation. Why? Because you said yes. My man met you. He walked up to you. He said, "Hey, can I get your number?" You said yes. Can I take you out? Yes. Can I take this off? Yes. Okay. All of those yeses. So maybe maybe some of them yeses should have been no before you had more information about who this person is and what they wanted in a relationship. So, I don't really go for people who kind of like want to look like in some ways look like the victim. And did you hear how she spent that at the end about he said one thing that you would do differently, and she spent it like, well, I would check more into his past, and I would like
yeah. When the response should have been, you know what, I need to work on myself.
Exactly.
I need to examine why I'm not having good, healthy relationships. It starts and ends with me.
Yes.
There's something about me that's attracting this from people. What is it? What vibe am I giving off that's getting me this in return?
Absolutely. Vu, listen, most feminine, fun women who are attractive and really like desire, are putting their femininity out there, they don't have some of these problems attracting men. Like, take you for instance, right? I couldn't imagine hearing you say what that lady just said. You
No,
know?
and the other thing that she said that I found interesting was when she said that when she married him, she thought the inconsistencies would undo themselves. And listen, people show you who they are before you marry them.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big mistake that a lot of people make is they marry hoping that this person will change after the marriage, but it actually gets worse
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
now the dust has really settled. And now the reality has really sat in, and now you're really getting the real person, which they've already shown you before you said I do.
Absolutely.
So if you can't love them unconditionally for how they are and how they tick and how they operate and all the things that annoy you about them, don't get married.
Absolutely. Let me read this comment. K Zag from the Man is a Skill Set show. You guys should follow his show. He's got a great show. He's one of the dating coaches out there and doing great work. He says, staying single because it's safe. That sounds like you're living your life in fear. Exactly what I said. He said, the classic victim mindset where you project your inadequacies onto other people. That way you can avoid personal accountability for why your dating life sucks.
Boom.
100%. Wait a minute. Let me get my sound effects up. Wait a minute. I need my sound effects. They got to come up in here. Where's the air horn? Come on through. Come through.
I love it.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
That's hilarious.
There we go.
That's hilarious.
I want to run this back again, y'all. Just in case somebody missed it, I want y'all to hear what this lady had to say again.
You don't date because of what?
Because my pastor says wife. That's been my pastor for so many years. Ooh. I don't even know the job description of a girlfriend. What they do again? What's their job duties? I don't even know what their job duties are because of the fact that I've been doing wife for so many years. A guy would think he hit the jackpot, and because I'm a natural giver.
Hold on a second. So this lady, she had been married before, and I think maybe her husband died or something. So that's why she said she was been in the posture of wife, but she's kind of like she says she lives her life as if she was a wife, which I'll let you ride with that. But let's catch it again.
You don't date because of what?
Because my pastor says wife. That's been my pastor for so many years. Ooh. I don't even know the job description of a girlfriend. What they do again? What's their job duties? I don't even know what their job duties are because of the fact that I've been doing wife for so many years. A guy would think he hit the jackpot, and because I'm a natural giver,
yes,
I got to be so careful because I'm easy to be used.
So you stay, well, this is powerful. So you stay single because you love too hard.
I stay single because it's safe for me.
Do you think you'll ever remarry?
Heck yeah, marriage is honorable. That's a beautiful institution. That is one of the best institutions. There's nothing, I adore marriage. I'm in love with love.
Me too. What is the...
Wait. That's that part right there, right? Did you hear the chorus of women behind her? They all said, yeah, me too. I just love. And I'm telling you, this is why some people find themselves in these situations. I just love. Yes. And I'm telling you, you need to loving yourself.
Exactly.
Yes, you love. And what that actually means is I love receiving love and giving love, but I love what I get from love. That I love the feeling. They talking about a feeling. But the real thing is not necessarily, it's not just the feeling. It's the journey. And they love the romance of love, but they don't necessarily love the work of love. What do you think, Vu?
Yeah, it's the typical fairy tale. There's nothing wrong with wanting the fairy tale, but when it's to the point where you don't know how to separate the fairy tale from reality is when the lines start to get blurred. I find what happens with some women is they get so caught up in wanting to be in love and the idea of marriage that they kind of push that onto a guy without just letting things unfold naturally. And they're just so caught up in just wanting this love and this fairy tale, and they'll just, you know, settle for a guy who's giving them attention and not really getting what the reality is about it. They're just so caught up in the fairy tale.
In the fairy tale. Yeah. You know, I was on the show. I was being interviewed on a show. I guess that was yesterday. And I was talking about, you know, the whole thing with Cinderella, right? There are a lot of Cinderella people, right? A lot of Cinderellas. They skip right past the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, right? They don't want him. They want the prince. Now, all those guys are good, right? The butcher gonna make sure you eat. You're gonna eat.
I'll take the butcher.
Okay. The baker's gonna make some fresh bread that'll just make your mouth water, right? The candlestick maker will make a beautiful environment when you come home. It's gonna smell aromatic. It's gonna be a sexy environment, right? But you're not looking at that guy. Cinderella and her sisters only wanted one guy, and that was the prince.
Exactly.
They wanted the hand of the prince, and I'm telling you, there are a lot of people today, a lot of women today that still just want the hand of the prince and how he's going to elevate their lives. Not always thinking about how you're going to add value to his life.
Yep.
A lot of people just want value added to their life.
Exactly. That's what I mean about not being realistic.
Yes. K-Zach said to the lady's point, you don't have to lie to women. They'll lie to themselves.
I have to agree with that. And as a woman, that's very true.
You don't have to lie to women. They'll lie to themselves. Oh man. All right, look, check out this next video I found. Some stuff going on out here, y'all. Come check out this video here. Let me run it. Run it. There we go. I may have to let me back it up. Here we go.
This certainly isn't the first time that someone's made a video like this, and it certainly won't be the last. But I just have to express my frustration because it's really irking the fuck out of me.
Oh.
Okay, so just like
watch the language.
My issues with dating is that I've always come across people that are lazy people, low effort people that just don't want to take the time out to do nothing, to plan nothing. They will ask you out. They want to come hang out with you, want to come see you, but don't want to plan. They don't want to plan an outing. Why do I have to plan my own thing? Why do I have to plan my own meeting with you and you don't want to ask me out? Anyways, so I know I'm not tripping, right? Like I matched with this one dude. This is Hinge. He's talking about let's hang out.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna stop that, Vu. And what do you think about what she just said?
I often find when people complain like that, they're usually talking about a very small, tiny pool of interactions that they've had with, you know, I mean, the world has millions and millions and millions of people, and you're talking about what, the 5 people that you've met in the last year, you know, like, and I find that the more you complain about what you're getting, you start to sound like the fool. I hate to say that. I mean, that may be her reality, but you start to sound like the fool. Because, listen, someone who's handling themselves and looking out for themselves and taking care of themselves, I'm not spending a lot of time talking about somebody who's not planning dates and not putting in a lot of effort. I'm just going to keep it moving.
Yes.
I'm not going to sit here and complain about it, because I know there's so many more men out there. But sometimes people think that the little 2% of people that they deal with encompasses all men. And I'm like, no, there's probably a lot of men. There's probably been some really great men that have approached you, but you didn't give them time of day because they weren't your type.
Right.
And then the one that you did that was your type, he didn't plan some shit. So now you're on social media saying that, you know, why do I have to plan my own date? Listen, I'm not wasting my time even dealing with someone like that. I'm just going to keep it moving and go on to the next.
Yes, yes. And you know, I was on one of these social media, I can't remember which, maybe it's Facebook, and a guy was talking about this in one of these groups, and the guy says, you know, I've been seeing this girl, and now we get in arguments, and she was yelling at me and cussing me out over this or that, and you know, and then she wanted me to take her to dinner, and you know, and the cow jumped over the moon, and this and that and the other thing, and I'm like, come on now, right? The first time that voice gets elevated, doop, 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 you provide one warning. Hey, 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 hey. I don't know who you're used to dealing with, right? But I don't allow that, right? And if I'm talking if I was talking to the women about this, I'd say you fall back into your feminine energy, your feminine position of ho. I'm not fighting with a man. I only love a man or leave a man.
Hello.
I either love a woman or I leave a woman. I mean, the one time, the one argument, the one conflict, you set the levels, you set the boundaries, and you say, this is how we have to communicate.
Right.
We don't cuss, we don't fight, we don't fist fight, we don't call the police. None of that. And the next time you raise your voice at me, we're done. We're finished. We're fine. And you know what? And like Samantha said, first violation cut off. For some people, yeah, you don't even get another shot. You don't get a warning shot. You know, if you didn't like how you felt when that voice was raised, or how those words came across, because what I've discovered, Vu, is people hit you with their words before they hit you with their fist.
Yeah.
Before it turns physical, it goes verbal. And it's just a matter of time before it becomes more. So
I love how you just gave an example, because that's the perfect example of, we teach people how to treat us. This is exactly why I said, when you keep complaining about how someone's coming at you, you start to sound like the fool.
Yes.
Because you're teaching them how to treat you. So either you're continuing to allow it, or you haven't communicated, like you just said, in a way that they're hearing you. And again, it all leads back to ourselves. We are the starter and the ender.
Yes. And some people are just, they're just picking up from where they left off on the last relationship. They're going to treat you like they treated the last person, and or however they were raised in their house. And some people have been raised in chaos, so they're ready to bring that into your life, but only if you allow. Let's keep going.
I'm not playing with these niggas no more. So I'm like, plan the first date and I'll be ready. You see how right off the bat, I let that nigga know, plan something and I will be ready. And he said, all right, easy. Okay, easy. We gonna see if it's easy for you. We gonna see. He talking about tomorrow. I'm like, all right, cool. Sure. Then he's like, what time? Anytime, I don't give a fuck. I'll be ready anytime. I ain't doing shit no way. Anytime. He's like 12. All right, bet. So now I'm like, okay, sound like he got something going on. He got something in motion. So it's, I thought this shit stopped recording. Okay, so I was like, okay, so what are we doing? And I should have known it was too good to be true. Because this is when I start to get irritated. I'm like, okay, what are we doing? Now I want to know what your plan is. Since, you asking me for dates and times to do. Okay, so you got something in the bag. Ask you, what we doing? Oh, I'm easy. What you want to do? We can grab some. I don't like that type of stuff. I don't like we can just go with the flow, or we can just figure it out when no, I don't like all that. Because you know what that means? Half the time that means y'all just gonna get food and fucking sit in the car. That's not a date. Or you gonna get food and he just gonna try to take.
All right, hold on. and you know, I try to keep the language to a minimum on my shows. I know we talk about relationships, but I try to keep the language to a minimum. But on what's your thought on this? On something
I was actually I was getting a headache listening to her. I mean, hey, she's entitled to have her preferences and demands, as we all are, but the way she's communicating it, she sounds like she's difficult, dramatic, exhausting, and I wouldn't want to go out on a date with her.
No.
All she had to do was say, you know, babe, hey, I just plan something. Let me know what the plan is. Let me know how I need to be dressed. And if he said, oh, well, we're just going to go with the flow, if she doesn't want to do that, just move on to the next, honey, because now you just sound like a drama queen.
Yeah. Adrian's here. What's up, Adrian? She said, the first warning is me telling you there is no warning. Period. Amen. I hear that. She said she's talking about being lazy, but she's wearing a do-rag on our video. Sheesh. There may be a correlation to that and her level of effort. So what Adrian is saying is maybe a woman who presents herself in a certain way gets treated in a certain way.
Bingo.
Maybe he's just picking up on the signs. Oh, well, okay. Well, you know, I guess this is how it is. So why should I go out of my way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we had a good comment over here. Let me see. Auto Chris said her whole energy turns me off.
She turned me off too, and I'm not even a man.
Yeah. Listen, if you guys can stand it, let me give her a couple more seconds here. I want to finish hearing but this is what's going on out here. So
take you back to his fucking house. That's not a date. I'm not going to your house. I don't know you. So I'm like still in my assertive bag. You feel me? I'm like, no, I'm not letting that.
Assertive
so I'm
bag.
Like, you want me to plan?
Wait, she said I'm still in my assertive bag. Where's it at? Hold on. She's still in her assertive bag.
Oh my gosh, I love
Oh man, she's in her assertive bag. Ma'am. That's the problem right there. She's in her assertive bag. Although Chris says she needs to stay in her bag. She needs to stay in the bag. Just stay there.
At my own date? Crazy. And then you talking about, oh, sorry, I'll figure something out. Okay, you do that. Because I'm not helping you. I don't give a fuck. I'm not helping you. But you see, I was nice enough to like, you know, make it a little bit easier. I'm like, we can do something you want to do too. Because that'll make me excited to go out too. It's not just about me. Show me what you like. Show me where you like to go. You know, it's not just about me. I would enjoy that too. And he's like, okay.
All right. Look, so I'm gonna give her some props, y'all. I found a spot. I'm gonna give her some credit here. I'm gonna give her some credit. She's saying I am open to what it is that you want to do. Now, see, this is something that guys sometimes get wrong, right? They'll be trying to impress the woman and be like, well, what do you want to do? Well, where do you want to go? Oh, well, what do you? As opposed to just bringing her into your world so she can experience who you are. Now, there's nothing wrong with asking her, kind of like getting a feel for who she is, right?
Yeah,
but if you're asking her so many questions, you're trying to get her to plan the date. You bring her into your world. If you like anime, right? Bring her to the anime conference or whatever it is, the meetup group that they have. They go out for drinks and they talk anime, whatever. If you're on the bowling team, bring her to the bowling alley and let her watch you geek out on the bowling and because it really doesn't matter what you're passionate about. She probably just wants to know that you're passionate about something.
Right.
What you think?
We like that. No, we like that. We like to see a man that's about his goals, and that's a turn on. But it's also a way to see if you're compatible. If you bring her into your world, you can see if you guys are, going to be able to work together based on how she responds.
Facts. Auto Chris said truth, but her energy and limited vocab would send me running. Oh
no.
Yeah. So yes, yeah. I got give her a couple more seconds, and then we're gonna wrap this lady up because we gotta drop some. Okay, never mind. Oh, okay, never mind.
Not working.
No. I think we've heard enough from Sister Bonnet. I think we heard enough from her. But although Chris said no, please, no. Samantha says a lot of people don't know who they are, so they can't bring others into their world. Ooh.
True. Facts.
That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. The bonnet was empty.
Well, she kind of contradicted herself, because I guess he said, we'll just go with the flow and see how things go. And then in the next breath, she said, well, I also want to see what you like to do. And maybe he's the kind of guy, because I'm like that. I'm a very go with the flow. I'm very spontaneous. A lot of times I don't plan things. I'm like, hey, the fun for me is just picking someone up and just seeing where we end up. But that's me. Some people are planners, and maybe his personality is he's spontaneous, and I'm just going to pick you up. But she already assumed the worst. Mm-hmm. She already wrote out the worst possible scenario. Oh, and then you're going to take me to your house. And, oh, what's going to happen when we get to your house? And it's like, damn, you're already jumping to the worst conclusion. And I didn't even say anything about going to my house.
Right. So look, let's check out this. I found an article. I want you guys to check out this article. It's on Essence, and it says 8 things to do when you're ready to give up on dating. Somebody needs to go ahead and start taking notes on this.
Ooh.
All right. We're going to just jump right into the 8 things. Number 1, change your way of thinking. You'll never be hopeful about what's out there if you convince yourself that there are no good men available.
Boom.
If you tell your body and you tell your mind that there's nobody out there, you literally will not be able to see it, because that's how you're programmed to do. The author says you're programmed to listen and believe yourself. Instead, she says, get your message right, telling yourself the truth about what is out there and the work that needs to be done to find the right match. Ahn, what do you think about that?
That's 1,000% on point. It starts and ends with us. Perspective is everything. Yeah. What you focus on is what you attract more of. So if you believe, and listen, I'm speaking from experience. I used to be that person. But through tough life experiences, I learned that I was the problem. I was attracting these situations because I was at a low point in my life. And it wasn't until I got to a better place in my life that I started to attract better, when I started to focus on things and better things. And I started to become real with myself and say, you know what, actually, there's a lot of great men out there. I actually turned a lot of them down.
Yes.
And I didn't give them a chance.
Yes.
So is it really that there's not a lot of great men out there, or is it that I'm just not giving them opportunities?
Yeah. Yes. Or choosing the wrong ones.
And I'm choosing the wrong ones because of where I'm at in life. So it's about accountability.
Accountability.
Exactly. Perspective is everything.
Absolutely. Let's move on. Number two, face your fears. According to McPherson, the discouragement we deal with that makes us want to give up on dating is rooted in fear. This is what we talked about. The word discouraged comes from the word from the word courage. That means you lack courage to move forward, which is fear. So basically, what we are talking about here is fear. Fear is getting hurt. Fear of getting hurt. He says it's important to understand what it is you're afraid of and give yourself the courage to overcome it if you really want to eventually find love. Face your fears. What do you think, Ahn?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, when you're single, that's the time to work on these things.
Yes.
But people get so caught up in what's happened to them in the past and the few people that they're meeting that didn't come at them correct, that they forget that you need to work on yourself.
You gotta work on yourself.
Because you weren't perfect in real relationships either.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Why did you let this happen? Why did you allow this person in?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you let someone, basically treat you like crap?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You let someone.
You allowed it.
You allowed it. Whatever it is. Samantha says, honey will attract flies, so still be mindful when you're in a high value season. Okay. Look, you said it earlier, and I totally agree. You teach people how to treat you. Mm-hmm. You teach people how to treat. You teach people what you will allow. I almost see it like a big giant field. You ever seen like those big like cornfield looking things?
Mm-hmm.
And you ever been to a corn maze and you wonder how did they create this corn maze and you can't even really like get around, right?
Yeah.
Before they cut a path in the corn maze, there was no path.
Mm.
The person decided, okay, I'm going to run the tractor here, to the left, to the right, up, down, north, south, east, west, boom. Now people who come in, you're going to walk it through the corn maze, you're going to walk through a certain path that was created. Now you're not going to go in there where the high grass is, and like you're not going to do that, right? You're going to just follow the path that's already been created.
Yep.
If you don't cut a path, if you don't cut a path for people to follow, then they'll just wander around and they'll create their own path.
Ooh, deep and true.
They'll create their own path. They'll just, because if you walk around, if you walk back and forth long enough, you'll create a path.
Yep.
And if you don't set the path that you want people to follow in your life, they will create their own path in your life.
Very true.
And you can't blame anybody but yourself.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on. Number 3. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3, pinpoint what it is you're expecting. Ooh, this is a big one right here. She says that brings us to the second action, which is knowing what you expect from love. You guys, this is although Chris said, and the church said, amen. Yes. So this one right here is about the expectations, right, that you have from love. Aside from having someone to call your partner and perhaps a title, he says, what are you expecting? What are the outcomes? Even if it's marriage, what are you expecting from marriage? Is it realistic? Because the same thing that you're talking about, you want somebody who's there for you, who loves you, all this other kind of stuff. He says there are thousands of married couples trying to get out of marriage because they want that too. So what are you expecting? What is the expectation? Some people just say they want to get, I want to get married. Well, what does that mean for you? What do you think about that? Expectations.
I mean, you can't get the partner that you want if you don't even know what that partner is that you want. If you don't know what this person looks like. A lot of people want a relationship and they have a general idea of what they want, but they're not getting specific enough. Like because what you ask for is what you're going to get. So if you say, oh, and listen, I speak from experience. Listen, I was with a guy that didn't make that much money, and I ended up carrying a lot of the weight and the financial. And after him and I broke up, I said, listen, I just want a man who's going to have at least make six figures, because I make my own money, be able to take care of the bills. He doesn't need to pay my bills. I can take care of my own bills. I just don't want to have to take care of another man again. And I didn't get into specifics about what I wanted. I didn't get into character. Like, I want him to treat me good and be kind and loving and compassionate and understanding and accepting, all these things. I just asked for that. And that's exactly what I got. I got a guy who made over six figures, but guess what? He treated me like crap. But that's what I asked for. Yeah. I just said, give me a man with six figures. I didn't get into specifics about what kind of characteristics I wanted in this person.
That's powerful.
So, it goes back to the laws of attraction. Whatever you desire, you have to get specific about what it is that you want. And again, like you said, and you also have to ask yourself, is this realistic? Are these things that I can even do?
Yes.
And that's how you know if it's realistic or not. You want someone good looking, that cooks, cleans, makes six figures, rich, whatever your list is. You need to ask yourself, well, am I this? Can I do that? Can I do that? Oh, I can't. Right. I don't do those things. Maybe I should lower my expectations just a little bit, because I'm asking for something I don't even do. Right.
And you know what? Some people, as I'm having these conversations with people, some people are feeling like they want to give up on relations, on dating and all that, just because they don't know what's real for them. Like they've never actually sat down. They watch social media and they'll say, you know what? Like you said, you know what? I want a six-figure man. Okay. What are you giving the six-figure man in return for being in his life? Right. Understand, if you were a six-figure man, he's going to be out working. Okay. Probably is not going to have a lot of time for you. Right. Yeah. He might have, or he might have high expectations. Maybe there's a lot that he's requiring for the woman in his life because he has a job or a business that is so demanding. Okay. So the clearer you are about your I'm telling you, somebody's going to get some help from this right here. If y'all listen to this show today, we can turn this thing around for you so you don't have to give up on dating. Understand, what do you bring, I hate to say it, to the table, and what are the expectations you have, and what expectations are you willing to come up to for somebody else?
Yeah. Amen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let's move on. Oh, and we got a good comment. I'm let me see. Let me grab this comment. Eric said, I gave up on dating back in January. Eric, come on.
Oh, no.
Bruh. I gave up on dating back in January. I always get ghosted. That is a problem.
Oh, no.
He always gets ghosted or put in the friend zone. I have to be either unattractive or I have an unlikable personality. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I gotta Ahn, we gotta handle this before.
Okay, let's help Eric out.
Yeah. We can't we can't move on past go to number 3 on our list here. We have to take care of this. You go first. Help Eric out.
Well, Eric, I don't know you personally, but what I'm getting from your comment is you have some self-worth and some self-love issues going on. The question isn't, I have to be either unattractive or an unlikable personality. The question is, do you think you're attractive, and do you think you have a likable personality? Forget what everyone else thinks. Until you believe you're attractive and until you believe you have a likable personality, no one else is going to believe it. That's why you're getting ghosted.
That's a fact.
Women, we can pick up on it. And that's one thing that I dealt with for many years, was a very deep level of insecurity. And it took me a long time to get over a lot of my insecurities and working on my self-love and self-worth. It takes, you got to work on yourself, you know, whether that's getting therapy, a mentor, reading self-help books, or all three of those things, listening to positive things, you know, getting into activities and hobbies that you enjoy. These are all, you know, ways that I had to work on myself, meditating, you know, taking up hobbies that I enjoy, and writing. I actually wrote a list of things that I do that are likable about me, because my self-esteem was so low at one point. And I was reading self-help books on how to overcome this issue. And I remember I was on a plane listening to an audio book, and it said, write down a list of things that you do like about yourself, and write down a list of things that other people compliment you that they like about you. And I had never done that. And as I started writing down on the list, and as I started getting it going, I thought, damn, I'm not so bad after all. But up until that point, I didn't think I was that great of a catch. And that's why I was getting what I was getting. That's
a fact. That's a fact.
What do you think, Kelvin?
I'm gonna have to give you some air horn on that. I totally agree. And so this is some of the work that I've done with clients in the past, right? I tell them, start it in the morning, right? Because the morning sets the tone for the day. Get in the mirror and have a conversation, whether this be, affirmations, which is just you reminding yourself of who you are. I look yourself square in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. I love you.
Yep.
You are a wonderful person. The world wouldn't be the same without you. You are special. Look, you're saying, you're in the mirror, and look, I don't care if people are around and they hear you. Maybe they might work on themselves. You get in the mirror and you have the conversation. When you're in there brushing your teeth, give yourself the compliments that you want to hear. Give yourself the accolades that you want to hear. And the more you work on yourself, you have that conversation. Tell yourself who what does God say about you? That you're loved, that you have purpose. Okay?
Yeah.
Listen, get into the work of working on you, and I'm telling you, it's going to work. So, but let me address this this friend zone thing. My man said, I don't believe in God. I'm an atheist. So I'm not sure. Okay. Okay. Let me get to this friend zone thing. The friend zone happens when a woman puts you in the friend zone for a few reasons, but one in particular, she feels no sexual attraction. She feels no sexual attraction. So sometimes these nice guys are just trying to nice their way. Oh, would you like me to wash your car for you? I'll grab these groceries for you. Do you want me to hang your Christmas lights? Oh, I'll take your Christmas tree down for you. Like all of this volunteering, nice guy stuff. If you just do the nice guy routine, you just get put in the nice guy role, as opposed to letting her feel your masculinity. As opposed to letting her feel your masculine leadership. Okay. Yes, that doesn't happen overnight, but work on yourself. And the more you work on yourself, the more all of that will begin to come out for you.
Yeah.
All right.
You'll just naturally be more attractive.
Yes.
And
yes.
I mean, truthfully, when someone friend zones you or is not attracted to you, we often look at that as our self-worth, and we feel like we're less worthy because someone friend zoned us or didn't like us or ghosted us, and we think we're not a great catch anymore, and we put all the power in someone else's hands. This is why you got to love yourself.
Yes.
Because when someone else rejects you, it's not going to break you. you're going to see it as, okay, that just isn't my person. You're not going to see it as a rejection. That's just not my person.
That's just not for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right. Let me see. Samantha said people like to put in effort. Let them have standards. Ooh. Yes. Let's get back to the talk here. To you guys, this is the 8. What did I call it? The 8 things to do when you're ready to give up on dating. So if you've been talking about giving up on dating, been thinking about getting out of the whole market, the pool's got pee in it and all that negative stuff you're saying, I want y'all to pay attention to this article that we're talking about. Number 4, know what you're willing to invest. What are you willing to give? And by that, McPherson asks, what prices you're willing to pay in an effort to find love. If you decide that you're willing to perhaps kiss a frog or 5 on the road to meeting someone special, then you can take courage and make the conscious decision to move forward. All right. What are you willing to invest? Sometimes I find that people they just want this whole thing to just work. Right? They don't want to go out. They don't want to leave the house, don't want to get dressed, don't want to go out where people are being social. And how are you going to find somebody if you're just in your house? I mean, I know you're just swiping, but I mean, is that it? What you think, Vu?
What I think is people should live their best life, and that's when you attract the person that you are supposed to be with. Is when you're living your best life. That's when you become more attractive. When you're engaging in, like you said, a woman like a man who's going after his goals or has hobbies and a life of his own. You're more attractive when you're not focused on trying to make that fairy tale come true, which a lot of women want, or the guy who wants that perfect trophy wife or girlfriend. You're going to attract that person naturally when you are working on yourself and living your best life, going out and finding hobbies, getting into things that you enjoy doing.
Absolutely.
Whether it's hang gliding, whether it's going to a book club, whether it's going to the gym, taking up yoga, going on a walk for your dog. I meant taking your dog for a walk is what I was trying to say. That's how I met my boyfriend. I was just living my life. I wasn't looking for that relationship. I was working on myself and just living my best life, and that's how I met my partner.
I'm telling you, it works. It works. And then if you meet them in that environment, you don't have to try and force them to show up, to support you, to be involved, and because they're already doing the thing that they're passionate about. Right.
Yeah.
So I like people who meet where their passions meet. I met a lady who met her boyfriend at the Dragon Con. Okay. She met her boyfriend at the Dragon Con. And they loved the boyfriend went to Dragon Con every year. She ended up getting a job working with the Dragon Con organization. And it was like they knew that a couple times a month there was these Dragon Con things, these meetups, these events, the conferences, and so they found that they were kind of the same person, like they enjoyed the same things. Now they both had different kind of jobs, right? But in their downtime, they were kind of quirky, the quirky Dragon Con kind of person, right?
Yeah.
Boom. It worked because they found each other in that quirky environment and they can just be themselves around each other. They can be goofy. They can be nerdy. They can be all the things that they want to be. And don't have to try and put on like I'm Rico Suave.
Listen, you can never go wrong working on yourself for the better.
That's a That's a fact.
And see, they were just living their lives, and look, boom, I was just living my life. Boom, I was single for going on 11 years, and I was celibate for 8.
Wow.
And I was on a spiritual journey of working on myself because I had never been single for that length of time. And I was like, I didn't want to get into a relationship, not because I felt like it would be more safe. I was just emotionally taxed from past relationships. And so I went on a spiritual journey and I worked on myself. I did a very, very thorough examination on me and what I needed to improve and why did I allow this to happen, etc. Anyway.
Fact. Good stuff. All right, so let's grab this one. Let's try and get through this list. Number 5 is avoid marriage dates. Let's see what that's all about. With courage and realistic expectations on your side, the counselor says date differently by taking things slow and truly getting to know a person for who they are rather than what you hope they could end up being.
Amen. I need to do a shot on that one. Jesus. Lord.
She often recommends people do 5 stages of dating. You guys take notes on this. More on that shortly, but this is not the marriage date. This is the wanting to see if you are even able to be a friend. If you stay present, says present like mindful dating is when you are staying in the stage that you're in. Stage 1 is just talking on the phone, talking on chats, things like that before you ever go out on a date. All right.
I love that. Yeah.
I love that. I love this as well. Tell me why you love that.
Because people have so many like I told you, it's those women that are so in love with marriage or in love with being in love that they have all these expectations when they go on this first date and they're running the man off because they're like, so what do you want? You know, I'm ready. Like, I want to get married. And, oh, you seem like you're marriage material. And he's like, whoa, hold up. I don't even know what your hobbies are. I don't even know what your last name is. Do you have siblings? Like, where did you grow up?
Yes.
Slow down. It's okay if that's your goal, but don't get so caught up in your goal that you forget to just let things unfold naturally and organically.
Yes, that's a fact. There's a lot of people who are ready for the.
I know you did it. That's my song. That's hilarious.
And they're like, I love, like the lady said. I love. She loves the. I love love and love loves me. and just gets swept away before just finding out, is there even a connection? Do we have anything in common? Do our futures even match?
People will miss out on red flags, slapping them in the face because they're so in love with being in love.
It's so in love. I'm telling you, it's a trap. And for those people, there are some men and women who have the ear. They can feel when you are in love with love. They say, "Oh, well, you're in love with love. All right. Well, let me just throw you a few breadcrumbs, just to whet your appetite and let you just keep following these breadcrumbs, as you go along. And you're not getting a whole loaf. You're just going to get some breadcrumbs, just enough to keep you around. Why? Yep. Because you love. I love love.
They will take advantage of you for
full
sure.
Advantage.
Let me change that. You'll actually allow them to take advantage of you because you ain't paying attention.
That's a fact. Number six, even when things are going well, continue to move slowly. Once you get to stage 2, Fixer says, continue to take things at a slower speed to ensure you're not completely different page than a prospect. I totally agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
To me, speed kills relationships.
Yeah. Yep.
Speed kills romantic relationships. If you're in a hurry up mode, and by the way, if you're ever with somebody and they seem like they're in a hurry, speed kills relationships. It kills romance.
Then there's nothing to look forward to.
And often these people have an ulterior motive. If people are like you met them this week, and next week the guy's like, you know what? No, girl, I love you, girl. Yeah. I saw you across the room, and I was like, and I heard I need I need the voice of God. I heard the voice from heaven tell me that you gonna be my wife. Oh, listen, that one works all the time. That one works all the time.
Yeah, they've tried to use it on me a couple times. I was like, hey man, hey, slow it down. I don't know if you're using this on me because you think it's what's gonna get me, or if you really are looking to get married. Either way, I'm turned off. Either way, I'm turned off. Whatever your intention is, whichever way it is going.
Yes, I heard a voice from the heavens say, you are going to be my wife. And he forgot to mention that he really just needed a green card. he forgot to mention he's not a citizen and he would like to hurry up and get married because his time is running out.
Yep. And how many? And that's a real story too. That's happened to somebody out there.
It happens a lot. It happens a lot. So be careful of people who are in a hurry and they're going too fast. Let me go. Let's push on. Number seven. Know your non-negotiables. Know your non-negotiables. Number 7. What won't you deal with? It says there should only be 3 or 4 things, depending on what they are. I will never want a man who has kids or smokes. That's an example. Those are non-negotiables. But then there's your list. And if you can get 80% of the list, you're actually doing well. Because they're only going to get 80% of their list probably from you. So non-negotiables, I like, and this is boundaries, right? This is the stuff that you have to mention in the beginning. This is the stuff that you have to mention in the beginning. You don't wait. Like if, and I'm telling y'all, guys get caught with this a lot. Women get caught too, but guys get caught with this a lot. Because if a man likes the way you look, if a man if he's turned on by what he sees, a guy will allow a lot of stuff to slide by that he absolutely shouldn't. Oh, well, I guess I can live. I'm allergic to smoke, but she's sexy. She'll look good on my arm. No. You got to have the clear non-negotiables. If look, a non-negotiable could be if she's I know some guys who are very strict on time, right? If she wastes my time, that's not something I can deal with, because she's going to be that means that she thinks my time is not important.
Yep.
And he moves on. Now that might be a small one, but maybe a larger one might be if she cheats, she's done. Non-negotiables. You state it in the beginning, so the person has clear warning. What do you think?
I absolutely, yeah. You need to let people know. Be upfront once you've decided you're gonna date this person and it's gonna turn into something. You need to know what my boundaries are.
What the boundaries are. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to number 8. We made it to number 8. Number 8, don't take rejection to heart. This is for our folks who are on the edge of giving up. All right. On the edge of giving up. Don't take rejection to heart. McPherson says, rejection from a man you may be interested in or had high hopes for is never a sign of your worth.
Exactly. Isn't that what we told Eric earlier?
But it says, but if you treat it as such, you'll find yourself back in the done with dating stage. How many people do you walk past on the street with an ideal job and you're not interested? You just rejected them. She says it's simple preference. Simple preference. So don't take rejection to heart. What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Because again, if you know your self-worth and you have self-love, when someone rejects you, you don't take it as a rejection. You just, because you love yourself. So it's like, oh, okay, you're just not my person.
Yes.
That's it.
Agree.
But when you internalize it, that means that's just a lesson, a reflection that you don't have self-worth.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there are too many people who are waiting for other people to fill their cup, their emotional cup.
Yep. They're not filling it themselves.
You got to fill it yourself.
Yep.
And other people's fillings should be like whipped cream on top.
Exactly.
The whipped cream is not the substance. It just makes the substance taste better.
Yep.
It just makes the experience just a little bit better.
I love it. Well said. Yep.
But it's not the substance of what's in the cup. And you have to do the pouring for yourself.
Yep.
Because it's just like that field example. If you wait for somebody else to pour into your cup to be the substance, not the topping, then you're going to get whatever they decide to give you. Because they're doing the pouring, not you.
And the people that come into our lives really come in there to teach us, grow us, and evolve us if we choose to see that.
Yeah.
And if you are having issues with self-worth, self-approval, and self-love, you will continue to end up in relationships with people who are going to treat you poorly because the universe is trying to teach you that lesson. And as long as you keep playing the victim, you won't get the lesson.
Fact.
And you'll keep attracting the same situations with different people.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Same situation, different people. Yeah, that's a fact. All right, you guys on TikTok, we got some time. If you want to come on up and you got a question that you heard something here, you want to come on up, you want to ask a question, I will invite you on up. My girl Italiana's here, or at least she was here. All right, I'm just going to invite y'all up. If y'all want to come on up, we will hear your situation, your scenario, and we'll see if we can help you out.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. That was the list of the 8 things before you give up on dating. 8 things to do when you're ready to give up on dating. If you follow these, and listen, if you missed anything in the show, feel free to you can catch the show again on YouTube. come onto the YouTube side, hit that subscribe button, and it will it'll show you all the videos and all the things we got going on. So yeah. All right, looks like Italiana's coming up. What's up, lady?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm echoing.
You got echo? Okay, hold on. All right, let's hear it. All right, I think we got it. Hold on. All right. Okay. All right, we can hear you. How you doing tonight?
Okay. You fixed it again.
Yes.
Relaxing. I actually was just laying down. I didn't see that you sent your request because I had my phone flipped over. I had a mild headache. But then when you said that, I'm like, oh, he's sending a request. So then I said, let me join.
Yes. So if you've heard anything, what's your comments on this, even just the topic itself? Should you give up on dating?
Well, funny thing is, I've never been a big dater or a dater at all, actually. I've just been in a few long-term relationships, including the high school one, which was all my 4 years.
Wow. One relationship for 4 years in high school? Sheesh.
Yeah, and then I was like, boy, you gotta go. College time.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, so, and then, my path was I just met, and then I met a really good guy that was in the military, and I dated him like, oh my gosh, like 4 years as well. Beautiful family, but I would just realize at the end that, this is not my like person for life though. So I'd end up breaking up with all of them. So finally, after like 5 long-term relationships and that engagement I called off, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a little hiatus for 3 years now. And I'm like, wow, I've been by myself. It's been lovely. And I'm like, wow, it's crazy because I haven't really been by myself even since 9th grade of high school. So I think even though I felt I was so solid, because coming from such beautiful parents and watching my parents love in marriage and live out the real vows, I still had more to learn myself.
All right, let me get Vu. Let me ask you something. Now, Italiana, she's my Miami queen. She made a good point, right? Maybe there is a time that a person should stop dating and kind of take yourself out of the game. So, what's your thought about that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I said I was single for 11 years. I took myself out of the dating game because I was in back-to-back relationships and they were toxic, but they were toxic because I was toxic. So I was attracting toxic men.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that at the time. It wasn't until I got tired of this exhaustive toxic relationships and I decided, I can't do it anymore. I need to be by myself for a while. And then when I was up by myself and I was focusing on myself and I started to realize things about myself, I was like, oh, well, that happened because I allowed it to happen.
Yeah. You learn things about yourself.
You learn things about yourself.
It's the truth.
So yeah, you should take yourself out of the dating game if you have self-worth and self-love issues.
All right.
Work on that.
Well, good stuff, Italiana. Thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you sharing some love with us today and sharing your story.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great night. All right. Yes. Good stuff. All right, Vu. Is there something that we haven't covered in this conversation about dating and people giving up on dating? Is there something that we haven't covered that we need to cover?
I mean, really, the last thing I have to say is, again, get in love with your life. Get in love with you. Get in love with your life, and you can never go wrong by doing that.
Yeah. Fall in love
So
with your
instead
own.
of looking at it like I'm giving up on dating, just stop looking for it. Stop focusing on all the negative situations that have happened and start saying, well, why am I attracting these situations? And then just go live your best life. Start having fun. Nobody wants to be around someone who complains and is a drag.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And what I would say is, take the time that you need to just work on you. In all of your situations, there is one common denominator: you. And there are some people who have not really thought about it, that yes, I might be the problem, because I was in all those situations that didn't work out. So what is it in me that needs to get worked out? I'm encouraging you, go on Psychology Today and book a therapist section. Maybe you need a session with a therapist. You need a couple sessions. Probably one session is not enough. Okay. Maybe you might need, look, I do love coach sessions. You can book a session with me one-on-one. You can go to the website, Love Coach Atlanta. Let me drop it in the banner, where you can shoot me an email to lovecoachatlanta@gmail.com. I'll send you the paperwork. We can get together and work on you, help you work on you, and get yourself ready for love. Got to get ready for love in order for it to happen. So we got another comment there. K Zag said, stop having expectations and date for fun.
I like that.
Well said. Well said. Too many expectations. Just learn to date for fun. All right. Vu, tell the folks how they can follow you. Let them know what you got going on. You always got something going on. Let them know what you got going on.
Yeah, you can follow me at Vu's Views. There's my name in the box there, and I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. I'm all over. And yeah, just follow me, and you can keep up to date with what I have going on. I'm gonna have my next show in 2 weeks on Wednesday. I forget the date. I think it's the 21st or the 22nd. It's on a Wednesday. I stream live on YouTube as well. Kelvin, you've been on my show twice now.
Yes.
Hope to bring you back on after your book drops.
Yes. Hey. Yes. Excited about that. And look, and speaking of that, let me see if I can find that picture, because the book is ready, baby. All right, here we go.
Oh, I like that.
Yes,
I like that.
You guys, the book is ready. Get ready to have the book launch. Tentative date for the book launch is April 7th. The books are the boxes going to be showing up here, and I'm excited about it. Been working on this book for about 3 years. Secrets of the Mind of a Man: How Men Think When It Comes to Dating, Relationships, and Love. I'm excited about it, and you guys will be able to purchase it. I think I'm gonna like do something exclusive, like only offer maybe 75 books or something like that, 100 books, and everybody else have to wait.
I like that.
Yeah. Do some pre-sales or something. I want to do something good like that. So anyway, you guys, that's what we're doing. We're working on that. So I would love for you guys. Hey, and K-Zag said he'd like to collaborate with you. Okay.
Sure. In which way? What are you thinking?
Well, he's a coach too. He's a dating coach. So,
yeah, I would love to bring you on my show. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
By the way, Kelvin, the cover is sexy. I like that.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, cool. Very sexy.
All right. Appreciate that. All right, you guys. Y'all know you can. Vu, tell them how they can follow you.
Yeah, just follow me, Vu's Views, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I post mostly on Instagram, so that's where you can keep up with me.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, I post everywhere, but mostly on TikTok. TikTok is my biggest platform. It's where I do most of my work on TikTok. And you guys, we got the YouTube channel here. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Wherever you're watching, just hit the follow, subscribe, hit the button that allows us to connect. And we'd love to do it. So yes. He said, I like the chains. Yes.
Yeah, the chain and the lock. It's sexy. Yeah.
The secrets. Yes. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all so much for being here. Till next time. Peace and love. Later.
Good night.